There we go. Alright. We're back on the grind. Oh. Back to Arceus. Back to Lunala's. I also really want to play Monster Hunter World right now, but... Okay, we'll focus on this. Then later on, we will grind for gear. Let's see... I also still haven't bothered to count how many raids I've done, but I'm sure that we will be somewhere close to odds. There's nothing really I want to grab, I guess. I'd kind of like to go right. Just because the item lady's over there. That's a good one. What's going on, King? How's it going? How's the bright and shiny Monday going for you? Whoosh. First Dynamax adventures of today. You started Legends Arceus? Alright. Are you hunting for anything specifically in Legends Arceus, or you just wanted to play the game again? Oh, that's annoying. As much as I'd love to restart Legends Arceus, it took me forever to try and fix my or get my Pokédex back again, and I don't want to have to find everything else. Have space or time powers. I mean, I'm not a story person at all when it comes to games, so I'm not even gonna bother with it. I finished it, want to start. Okay, fair. That's cool. So yeah, it's funny when I went back into playing it, I like forgot where I was, and I didn't realize how much I still needed to finish in the game to like even be able to hunt for Arceus. Because the only thing I remembered last before I stopped playing Arceus was doing the final fight, and then I got Darkrai, and that was pretty much it. Oh my gosh, we can't dodge anything. So, I mean, the nice part about that is, like, you know, I didn't have to do too much in the game. Oops. That was good. Okay. I didn't have to do too much in the game to proceed, like, through the story and such. I pretty much just needed to complete my living dex. And that took a while only because I needed to figure out where everything spawned and what ones I still needed. Oh, is that their big fight over? That's kind of funny. It's always funny, like, when there's just, like, nonsensical fighting, because it's, like, majority of the time it's, like, doesn't really matter too much of why they're fighting. Majority of the time it's, like, no. Maybe we'll go this way. Yeah. Get her for having a Holicha on the team. Yeah, when it comes to like a lot of story games, I tend to spam the A button through the story part of it. Yeah. That's why it's so funny, like when people fight over like stuff like that. It's like, oh well, you guys are both almost right. You're just off by one level. But I mean, what are you gonna do? People will believe what they want to believe. You just sort of have to, I guess, let them or whatever. But I'm definitely wondering if they're going to bring back what legendaries are they going to bring back for Legends or ZA? This dude just one-shot it. So weird. Paralyze. Dang it. Oh yeah. I'm hoping. I'm still waiting for like Switch 2 announcements for when we're actually gonna get the, or be able to get the actual Switch 2. I'm hoping at least for that one it's like mid-summer or something like that. Plus, I'm looking forward to playing something new, some new Pokemon game. I bought the new Monster Hunter. I don't play too much Monster Hunter, but it looked fairly interesting to play. Plus, my friends also enjoy playing Monster Hunter anyway, so... And this Holucha's Laifu. Oh, so good. Shiny Magma Citrus. Yeah, I've only found, from what I looked inside my box, I only found one shiny. And it was a blue shiny Yanma. Yeah, I don't think I know I definitely didn't like actively hunt for any Pokemon while playing Legends Arceus. And I'm assuming that the shiny Yanma that I found was something that I found just like in passing. But then again, it's like it also makes me think, how did I find the shiny Yanma when I play with like the volume off, you know? I'm sure maybe there was a point when I was playing the game that I actually played with the volume on. A lot of times I find it difficult to like play games with the volume on, especially like when I'm out somewhere or whatever. And thanks for the follow, Yodoski. How are you doing today? Oh yeah, shiny Chansey is very noticeable. Dude, the second person is just switching all of his mons. I want to get an item, but I'm afraid of the riot. Oh, I'm sure even if we grab the berries... Ah, we might as well go this way. Might as well grab the item. And then hopefully not get one-shotted by Lunala. But I definitely want to try and get my, my Dynamax stuff back. So I can Dynamax first turn once we get into the final fight. Slap. Paralyze. No. Yeah, shiny Chansey is very noticeable. I like when they have like big noticeable shinies. Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna die to hail. Bruh. Sheffy 10 is heavy. Ah. Down. I'm very curious on how a lot of people feel about like the future of the games and stuff. Israel 2, thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? I'm okay. Thanks for the thought though. But I'm pretty much only like English streaming. Plus I'm like, I've gotten to a point where, oh my god. Okay, this first one we're not gonna bother fight. We're not gonna get to loot, or we're gonna get to Lunala, but we're not gonna. Well, unless I die to hail. Yeah, I've gotten to a point where I'm not even gonna bother adding anybody on Discord. Oh, I died. Fortunate. I don't know, I feel like everybody that wants to like add somebody on Discord, they want me to commission them for something. What's going on, King Enderflame? That was atrocious. How's your Monday going so far? I'm trying to collect my brain right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to organize my physical cards. Take the Tauros. Yeah, how was your guys' weekend as well? I feel like, I don't know, this weekend was, it felt oddly long. For me, at least. I have testing the rest of the week. Oh, it's pretty chill. Are you prepared for the testing? That's it. It's only chill, and it's only chill if you're prepped and ready for the testing. Especially like when I used to go to schooling, right? I was like kind of prepped for most of the testing and stuff, so it never really bothered me whenever they announced like tests and stuff. But there's the few times where I'm just like, I've got tests all throughout this week and I'm stressing out and such like that. Kind of. I mean, I guess it's better than not being prepared at all, you know? I've definitely had like a lot of moments, at least in school, when I was just like not prepared at all. And when I'm not prepared at all, then it becomes a huge mess. Oops. There. Sort of here. Honestly, this deck is kind of a mess, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm done with school. It's kind of funny because like when she like finished schooling, you'll suddenly have a lot more free time, but at the same time, it's like most of your focus from like school is going to be transferred over into like working and such. So it feels like the dynamic of it just changes quite drastically. But it is quite an interesting... Oh, I did not mean to do that. That is unfortunate. Well... I'm like trying to organize my cards. Well, I guess we're going to try and just take this Thievel for us. I was in a better spot before I accidentally grabbed the Charger Bug. Honestly, I as much as I wish there was more Pokemon stuff to do, I feel like since I'm trying to catch up on all this stuff, it makes it more difficult to wanna do other Pokemon stuff. I'm gonna actually... Do I have... where's my... catch. No, that fell. So... Put that. Put this there. There. Yes, I want to swap because I don't want to have Charge Bug by the end of this. So I'm assuming that you're going to be studying, right? I'll be studying. Making sure you're all prepped and ready. I will say, like, the nice part about school is that, you know, it at least preps you for work for the most part. Let's see, viewers. So this got War Crispy. Lost, 2 lost. Right, Fire, Black Belt. Edge Stretcher. But this doesn't have any E-switches. Interesting. Glass Trumpet. No Glass Trumpet either. Interesting. No Earth. Oh. Maybe. Zero. Rid of this. Black Belt's training can be swapped with our Crispin. Woo! Oh gosh. Everything's fallen over. Yeah, I know I grabbed Serrano. One of those. I think I will take out both glass trumpets. Glass trumpets go out. Arceus, not a shiny. And so I guess if I'm not playing trumpet, I can do without the E switch. If I take those two out, oh, we already beat it. Nice. 2 E switches. Do I have a turn? Where is it? Serrano. Serrano. 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Serrano, Turo, +2. Feeble, Kingler, Lunala. Not a shiny. I kind of wish if I've taken time to like actually count to see what number I'm on when it comes to all these actual hunts, because I have not been paying attention. I have not bothered to count what number I'm on. Grimstar will be mine. Yeah, I could have sworn that I put a card that I'm looking for somewhere close to me, but I cannot seem to find it. Check. Yeah, let me grab this. Supporters. Here. True. You know, I think I didn't do Serrano because we did Jacques instead. Sure. Put the Blossom to sleep. Sure. Up to 3 EXs. Here we go. Toronto. What's going on, Fang? Oh, it's going. I still haven't found a single shiny yet, but I'm certain we are on our way to finding. Oh, I need to swap this shotgun. Oh, I need psychic energy. Psychic. Up those two. Psychic. Hopefully tonight's the night. Yeah, I'm trying to like distract my brain right now, just cause whenever I distract myself from actually focusing, it usually works. I'm usually able to at least finish the run. I mean, this is only like the second run of tonight, so we are very much hoping to find something. I'll find. Resetting for Lilip and Alpha Sapphire. I need to make chain fishing easy later on. Ah. I've only ever like looked at brief things for fishing, at least for chain fishing. I think that's the thing where I saw people were using Octillery with like the suction cups ability to make it easier to catch, or easier for something. I don't exactly remember what. I can't remember. Where's all my psychic in? Okay. I guess those will be in the psychic. Lily also has suction cups. Ah. So what does suction cups actually do for it? Does it make it like easier to catch, or does it make a specific Pokemon show up? Because I actually haven't like looked. Easier to land. I guess that was also one of the things that I did hear about, that it was a lot harder to actually land fish in those games for chain fishing, because you have to be like, either your reaction time has to be quite on it in order to like really land all of your casts and stuff. I don't know. I'm excited to see. I wonder if, because they didn't show off any water areas in Z to A, now that I think about it. So I wonder where they're gonna have those areas. 86 hours, and that's not counting the free. Oh yeah. Don't worry, Fang. I believe in you. Before, I don't want to say before. We'll say before this weekend. You will. I'm sure you will find it. Although I don't know if I trust like my words of catching a shiny, because you know it's been what, 3 weeks of doing this since I've found a shiny. Surely. You can only hope so, you can only hope. I don't know though. I think, so if I were to like mathematically count everything, I only counted on the first day, and on the first day I did 9 Dynamax adventures and 131 Arceus. So realistically, I'm like on my way. Ooh, what? I'm gonna have to look at that later. So I feel like I still got, at least with Arceus, I've got like a considerable amount of time to go before I even get there, but we are, I feel like, getting close to 100 Dynamax adventures. So at any point, we should be able to find a shiny. It's either gonna be, I'm hoping it's either gonna be today or Thursday. What I will say is that this past weekend, I am glad that they brought back, well, not brought back. I'm glad. Well, yeah, they brought. I'm glad they brought the 7-star raids, so that I can grind for Urban Mystica with for Masquerada. So I've spent not all the time trying to get Urban Mystica, but I'm starting to slowly get more. So I'm also hoping that Geladurgeon, Quaquaval, when those ones come out, those will be like huntable, or like reset huntable, so that I can get more Herbs. I come up for this from a few days ago. I was quite excited for it, honestly. So I know I talked about this sometime last week or something. I was very excited. I actually woke up early enough to view it while I was just laying in bed, almost knocked out. But I thought it was really cool. I thought it was cool that they gave us a lot more gameplay for ZA, and that now we have almost like, no, we have a confirmation of what the starters are going to be for ZA. I'm not too big on Chikorita, but at the same time, I'm also just not big on grass type starters in general. I kind of wish, I was hoping that Chimchar was going to be the fire starter for this game, but I think Totodile is probably going to be my better option, or the option that I'm probably going to go with the most when it comes to ZA. It's all going to depend on how the Megas look. So if the Mega, I think depending on which Mega looks better is probably going to be my choice in starter. But the gameplay looks super sick. Like, I do love the idea of catching Pokemon out in the wild, you know, not needing to battle it. I also found it interesting that when you battle Pokemon in the wild, that if you drop all of its HP, you can still catch it. I'm wondering if they're going to make that like a time-based thing where it's like you knock it out and then you maybe have like a couple seconds to throw your Pokeball at it to catch it. I like the idea of the live battling system that they have. I think that's super cool. I'm just hoping that it doesn't, like, you know, cause too many issues. I'm glad that Maractus swapped. But I'm more excited to see how the actual combat system is. Because I don't know, it's kind of weird. It feels a little weird that it almost feels like that your Pokemon just follows you throughout the battle unless you pick a move, and then it's going to target that move. So we're going to have to see what that's going to look like. Going to use down to play through. Ah, okay. The biggest into real Pokemon. See, that's where I have the difference. Like, I used Cyndaquil, so for me it's like this is my chance to finally use Totodile. But I think mechanically, I think the game is going to be very interesting. So I'm very much still looking forward to when the game finally comes out. I'm assuming that based on late 2025, it's probably going to be released sometime in like October, November is probably going to be my new estimate of when the game's actually going to be released. So we still got quite a ways. Plus, I think we're also still waiting for the Switch 2 announcement to happen. So I think once we get like the Switch 2 announcement, then we're going to get more dates for ZA. Other than that, I don't have too much info on the Masters EX or Pokemon Go because I don't pay too much attention to those games. But Pokemon Champions, the mobile to Switch PvP game, looks super cool. Based on it for the trailer, incredibly. We're gonna get a fairy type. That's what I also know, or saw a video where they were like sort of dissecting the dissecting like all the stuff that was happening in the video, and they said it was more than likely that Chikorita used like a fairy type move in the trailer, so it's more likely Chikorita is gonna have the fairy type as its dual typing. I guess it'd be interesting to see what dual typing is for the other stars. That's what I'm also saying, Fang. So I'm not into battling in Pokemon too much at all. But I do think that when Pokemon Champions comes out, it's going to be something that's interesting enough to want to try. Just so that, you know, it's something to, like, you know, mess with and stuff. I'm not. It's just that I can try and get it earlier for the last battle. So, I think Champions will probably be my first touch into, like, competitive VGC, if it's anything like that. So I'm very excited to see how that's going to function. The only other thing is TCG. I don't know. I am, for like the TCG, I'm very much into the TCG, but I think it's cool that they're bringing Megas back, and I was very hopeful that they were going to bring Mega Pokemon back for the TCG, because I didn't get to play in that era, and I think a lot of those cards look super sick. But from all the cards that I've seen so far, it doesn't look like they're too impactful just yet. So I think for that, it's gonna be a waiting game to see how impactful a lot of these future cards are gonna be. Because I know it's like a lot of the trainers Pokemon, they're still releasing those ones till like middle of this year. So for those ones, we're still getting a wait on anyway. But I am hoping that there is going to be a decent shift, or at least a lot of usability with Megas. Casual battles back in the day, is like weird to do that. Yeah, and I mean, I think that's probably what it's going to be, is that Champions is going to be... I don't think it's going to take away from, like, the regular video games themselves. I think, if anything, it's just going to give a lot of casual people more options to battle each other, while also allowing for the more competitive Pokemon people to maybe, like, get an easier time with testing and whatnot. Please don't tell me I can Dynamax. I should still have one more trigger. Yes. The perfect timing. So that's my hope, at least. I'm hoping that Pokemon Champions is going to be something that's, like, for the competitive side, it's going to be something that's used as, like, a testing tool that people will use. And for the more casual players, you know, it's just a fun thing to now battle against each other without having to carry your Switch everywhere, you know? I also like how you can use Pokemon from your Pokemon home and put it into your Pokemon Champions. So I really wonder if they're going to have their own catching system, or for a way to get Pokemon in Pokemon Champions without the games. Because that feels more interesting to see, is like, does Pokemon Champions have their own, like, area to search for Pokemon? The main software for competitive. I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool idea to have. Because I know that we're, at least for the TCG, there's going to be a start of mobile phones being used for, like, reporting purposes, so we could see a way for, excuse me, more trainers to play through mobile. I'm trying to like think of how comparative it'll be to Pokemon Pocket, because I don't know though. I still feel like that even if they were to, like, make it a competitive thing, I feel like the Pokemon Company would rather people be playing on Switches rather than mobile devices. I feel like there's a lot of control with what you can have on the Switch as opposed to what somebody can have on their phone. But I will say, I will definitely be wanting to, like, look into it and actually, like, get better at playing in the VGC. I know, I told my friend's, like, super competitive into battling in Pokemon. He doesn't, like, go out and play competitively, but he is very competitive with creating teams and battling each other with them, which is really kind of cool. So I know at least he's going to be very excited for that. But more than likely, I'm going to be looking to him to see if he wants to do any battling stuff. Ooh! Got damage. Yeah, I think I wish that they would have. I was hoping that they would have put out like a new Pokemon minigame-ish type game, something like Pokemon Stadium where it has like all those mini games and such. So I was hoping to see something like that because I'm very much into like games that have mini game aspects to them. So unfortunately didn't see any of that, but maybe there's gonna, I think maybe during the Switch 2 launch they're probably going to show us a little bit more titles that could, I meant to use a luxury ball. That's unfortunate. I feel like when the Switch 2 comes out, they're going to actually give us timelines and dates and all this other kind of stuff for like the future of the Pokemon games. Because right now it's like the gameplay looks interesting enough for ZA to get people into it. I think it's going to be a question of if it's like actual gameplay footage and how it's all going to interact with each other. Not a shiny, not a shiny, not a shiny, not a shiny. I guess that's okay because I accidentally caught it in a Pokeball, so I guess it's fine. Really? I'm surprised because I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will say, the only worry that I have with Legends EA is if it's all going to be stuck within Lumio City. And I'm going to take this so no one else can grab it. Oh. I'm more worried that is the only way we're going to find and catch Pokemon in those wild areas, and how big those wild areas are is sort of my main concern of the game. Because like looking at some of those map areas, it looks like a lot of the wild areas aren't very big. And I think story-wise, it sort of takes away from the whole open world aspect that they had in like Scarlet and Violet, Legends Arceus, you know, sort of like a big map area where we can really travel around and such. So it definitely feels like that they have shifted that. If this is like the only like map area and it's like kind of restricting, it feels like that they've sort of reverted to a smaller game style, or a smaller map. And especially like if the wild areas are not that big, then it's gonna be, I don't know, I would say that that's probably like the most downside for me, is that it just doesn't seem very big. True. That's why I'm questioning, like, I'm more worried that if those areas are going to be smaller than we would hope that they would be. But I mean, other than that, it's like, I feel like we got a lot of like decent information from the trailer. like, I don't know what else would I really hate about it. Like, there probably is a couple people that pay attention to the story that might not like something about it. I personally don't pay attention to story. I'm a very much a spam A through the story type of person, so that's just my unfortunate side effect of me playing games. But I don't know. Overall, I see it as like a huge plus thing. I guess, yeah. I guess that's fair. That is very fair. Yeah, I would have loved to see. I'm kind of iffy on that. So I would have loved to see them tease a new Mega Form instead of showing us outright. Because I still feel that that sort of leaves us with a little bit of excitement, you know, before the game actually comes out. So I don't know. A part of me is like, if they were to show this off now, then would it take away from the excitement of when the game actually comes out type thing? So yeah, I definitely would have loved to see some sort of tease that we are going to get a lot more new forms and a lot more megas. I mean, I'm assuming that we're going to get new mega evolutions for all of the sure. I'm assuming that we are going to be getting at least a mega for each of the starters. And then there's probably going to be like additional pieces of new mega evolutions that they're probably going to add in. But they showed off a lot of the older ones that we already have. So I guess, yeah, that would be pretty disappointing, but I don't know. I think it also just adds to the surprise when the game finally starts to come out. I'd like for them to give us like some inkling of information, you know? Not anything that's like super like concrete. That's like, oh yeah, here's a new Mega Evolution Eevee or something. I think it's more exciting this way. But at least I do understand that I want to see that we're actually going to have, oh my gosh, that we're actually going to have some type of new Mega. I don't know. I'm also the type of person that, like, even if like something doesn't happen in a game, I'm still very like passive about it. I don't know. Because honestly, I'm sure I'm probably going to enjoy the game all the same. It's just a matter of how long will I enjoy the game. Because I think with a lot of Switch games in general, for me it's not, oh my, for me it's not so much of will I enjoy this game on launch. For me it's like, will I enjoy this game, like, you know, 4, 5, maybe a year after the launch. I mean, I do have a set expectation. Like, I at least want it to be as enjoyable as Scarlet and Violet. And I think that's going to be like my entire expectation, is that I want it to be better than the game previously. True. No, yeah, fair. So, yeah, I mean, there's not too many assumptions that I want to make about the game, but there is quite a bit. Awesome. That's a good school. I might school. trying to think of Yeah, I don't have too many expectations for the game. Like, I think the minimum should... Oh, that's a Drapion. I think the minimum should be at least, you know, it should be better than Scott. It should be as enjoyable, if not better, than Scarlet and Violet, is how I want to sort of think about the game. Because realistically, for me, it's like, if it's not better than your previous game, then why would I keep playing that game? I just go play the previous game. Like, I think the new mechanic that they have in the game is going to be very exciting. I think that's going to be the main takeaway for me when it comes to that game, is that the new mechanic that they have is going to be very exciting. The ability to dodge while in the middle of battle is going to be the biggest, like, thing to look at while I'm playing. But I am still very curious on how, like, I think for me it's more of how big is the game going to be size-wise, as well as the Pokemon pool. I think those are my only two worries about the game so far. This is also true. But I think I want to believe that they're going to do something decently big next year. Because, I mean, next year is their 30th anniversary. Now, I haven't paid attention to what Pokemon did for their 25th anniversary, but, you know, 30th anniversary seems like it should be something that's considerably big. At least the hope for it. So, I mean, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of special events happening. Whether it be Scarlet and Violet, Legends EA, another Pokemon Switch game. I'm sure for the TCG, we're probably going to get some specialty set for the 30th anniversary. And it's probably going to be jacked up in price, just like everything is this year, but that's beside the point. So, I'd like to believe that something big's gonna happen. But like, how do I turn back to the... Yeah. I'm almost thinking, it really depends on what they're going to do for a future game. Because I feel like if they don't do something where it's like, you know, as open world as like ZA Legends Arceus is now, then it's going to be a lot harder for them to want to continue doing that with the future games. Shellbell. Heck yeah. Oh. I think I saw some document where like the head of Pokemon was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna have enough content to like expand or keep the Pokemon universe going from 50 to like 100 anniversaries or whatever. So at least the thought is there that Pokemon is going to last a considerable amount of time. And we just died because of Swift. So, I mean, the thought is there for future Pokemon games. I like to think that they're probably... I'm gonna take the Relic Cap. I don't know. I think if they keep, I'd like to believe that they're going to keep with the open world aspect of it. So I think a lot of people enjoy that. They'll probably, if they do want to go back to like all the classical stuff, I don't think that they're going to make a new game for it. And this is just me being a big assumption person. I don't think that they're going to make a a full game. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be ways where, like, you know, you'd be able to battle in, like, the turn-based classic type of way. But I don't think that's going to be, like, a full focus on their game. What? Oh. Amber is blowing up my phone. I would like to see them continue with like the real-time combat and like work upon that. Like, I almost want to see an upgraded synchro that people can do. You know? I think knowing that they're able to do like this kind of free battle, free time combat thing for Legends ZA, I almost want to believe that in the future games they're going to be having like, you know, you can actually synchro with your Pokemon and battle that way. I think that'll be a big thing to happen if they actually manage to like get it to work and such. But if they're able to get like the real-time combat working like fluently, if anything, then I think we can look forward to that type of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the only sad part about Scarlet and Violet that I had was I got lost when it came to doing the badges and stuff. And it's like there's nothing to tell you like what order to do them in, because you can do it in like any order. You can like get to anywhere you need. So I think that's probably something that they're going to either introduce in the future, or maybe they even just do away with all the badge stuff. Because it's like, the only other thing that I thought about when the trailer came out was because all the wild areas are numbered, I wonder if they are going to be doing something that involves like the numbering of all the different wild areas with story progression and stuff like that. Which I think will be pretty cool. That brings me to my other worry, is that there was like Wild Area 8 and it had Sandiles in it, so are they going to be really strong Sandiles by the time you get to Wild Area 8, or is everything just going to be a high level or a medium level baby Pokemon? Is the only other question. Well, actually, I want to see. There's one glimpse of the wall there. Wait a minute. There's also somebody. Oh, they're just talking. ACG Dex. Okay. Okay. Set off. Spots are for. There's the Sandiles. So I remember there was one part where they're actually. Oh, here we go. Wild Area 1. Okay. So looking at. This makes me kind of worried. Because looking at the trailer, around 30 seconds, it shows what the inside of Wild Area 1 is, with the person using Chikorita. And there is, like, I'm assuming that because it's like, you know, you're only within a few radius of a Pokemon, that a lot of them aren't spawning. But this Wild Area 1 does not look big at all. If anything, it looks just like a regular, regular route, I guess. I guess because the issue I have is that we're so used to Scarlet and Violet that like the entire island is like a Pokemon encounter spot besides going into like the major cities. And now it almost seems like they're reversing that and making like the entire island, the entire map is a city, and you have these few places where you can actually search for Pokemon. Makes it a little bit weird. True. I mean, I would hope so. Why? What is that? Is that a butterfly or is that a Fletchinder? Hey, back. I'm assuming that's just a butterfly. Cause like looking at the far back, I just see something and it looks like a butterfly or a Fletchinder. I'm hoping it's a butterfly and not a Fletchinder. And if it's a Fletchinder, then that means it's a very big tutorial area. Mega Absol's so cool. I'm still praying no Mega Charizard Z. I will be very upset if there's a Mega Charizard Z. I'm also wondering at the end, you oversee. Unfortunate King Enderflame, I pray for your food. Just behind Diancie. I mean, it looks so sick. I wonder what they teased at like the very end of it, cause it's like, oh, it gets my competitive blood going. Is that it's like, you know, you're just an average kid in your room, and it's like this is a promotion match announcement, and then they show that tower. So I'm wondering if that's just a big battle tower type thing that they have. But yeah, I think as far as Pokemon games go, and like mechanics wise, I think this is going to be a big jump from the previous games. Alright, that's enough of that. Okay. It is still very curious to see what will be the future of Mega Pokemon. I also wonder if that means that next they're going to bring back Z moves. Which I wouldn't mind, because I think Z moves are quite funny. I wonder if they'll go in like a certain order of bringing back mechanics and stuff like that. I feel like that would be kind of like a lazy way of doing things though. There better be a Mega Flygon. I hope so, but at the same time, I hate Mega Salamence. I keep looking at Mega, like, I love Salamence just because I'm a big fire type person, and you know, dragons are pretty cool. But Mega Salamence, my goodness, looks so ridiculous. I'm glad they did. I'm glad they made Roaring Moon look super cool, but oy, oy, oy. Yeah, that was also the huge downside. It's like when they put that thing at the very end of the promotional thing, I was like, alright, I can see it's a competitive thing, but I don't entirely understand what it's talking or what it means. Because I mean, they already have like, you know, VGC as a competitive like platform for the game. So what more or what different competitive stuff would this pertain to? Like, is there going to be an actual rank ladder that people can care about? Is there going to be some sort of, like, cross-game Elite Four that people can think about? Because that's also a question, is how are they going to introduce us to new trainers and new Elite Four members? Or, oh, that would be something cool. I think what would be cool is with that battle tower idea, they can use like Pokemon teams from those battle tower, from those like competitive scene, and make that part of the Elite Four. Of course, they would be using the ideas of Pokemon players in general, but I think that would be super sick if like it gave competitive players that play the game more reason to try with their teams in like the final stages of things, you know? I gathered energy, but I'm cheering on. I think that'd be... I like the idea of like when games use when games give people reason to really try and like do something better than they regularly would do with games. And I think like making a competitive Elite Four wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, realistically, it doesn't have to be like super hard where like nobody can, or like only a few people that try to beat the game would beat it, but I think it'd be cool to take like inspiration from competitive people. I don't know how the casual fan base would feel about that though. If like they had to fight Wolf's team in as the Elite Four. No, Mienshao, no. Unfortunate. I think I need this though. Whoosh. I don't know. I just think it'd be a cool idea to like. Well, but then again, it's like, if that were to be the case, then it would always change. That could be cool as, like, a new experience for most people. I guess it's just a question of how they would implement it. I'm sure the Pokemon Company has their own idea and they can figure it out. I'm sure they can figure it out themselves. Ugh. But I mean, I do feel like we still have quite a ways off before the game actually gets released anyway. So I mean, we still got some time. We still got plenty of time. Super duper. Oh. Oh. Oh wait, no, shit. It's crazy how we're also already in March, by the way. Just like the sheer amount of time that's passed by through the year already, it's going by really fast. And I'm sure that it's something where it's like, you know, because I'm looking forward to all this stuff that comes out later on, that's why it's going on super fast. Which I can appreciate, I guess. But I also don't want it to be too fast where, like, you know, the year just sort of just scooches on by. Oh, my coaching. See, that's what I was saying. It's crazy. Like, I'll look at my calendar at work and I'll be like, oh, that's right, we had this already a couple weeks ago. Oh, that was a couple weeks ago. Oh. Timelines are coming. I'm also still in the midst of planning my Japan trip. So, it's kind of like starting to hit me that a lot of the deadline, or I wouldn't say a lot of the deadlines, but there are like a few deadlines where I have to make sure everything is all set and ready for those. Gotta make sure all my yen is all my USD is transferred to yen. Also, a lot of the Pokemon TCG releases, I have to. It's so hard right now to like find any product anymore with TCG. Especially like all the future product, like I'm scouring the internet to like try to find any place that still has some Pokemon product. At least some of the new stuff. I don't know. I'm in this weird phase where I wouldn't say it's a weird phase, but I'm in this phase where I don't take very much enjoyment of opening older stuff. And like vintage stuff is kind of cool, but when it comes to like stuff that came out like last year, 2 years ago, I'm not as interested. But trying to find anything that's like going to be coming out within the next month or so, it's very hard to find stuff. And also, because the next set is like sort of starting to like come up and such, I need to think about which pre-release tournaments I'm going to try and go to. And I also, actually that reminds me, I need to figure out when those are happening. Because if I can't find the actual product, I still want to get some of the new cards. Because there's one in particular that's going to be very good for the deck that I'm currently playing. And if I can't get the actual product that has that card in it, then I'm going to need to do pre-releases to try and get something. So that's a cup. That weekend. Honestly, it's like creeping up super fast. Like I looked at my calendar, I'm like, oh my god, pre-releases are almost in a week. And that means new cards, which makes me very excited. So it's like, even though we've waited, it feels like we've waited so long for Legends ZA and like the announcements for Legends ZA to come out. I think because it wasn't at the forefront of my mind, I didn't think about it too hard. So a lot of the information was just like, oh, that's right, Pokemon Presents is happening in a week or so. Wow, I haven't thought about ZA since like the end of last year. And even then it was like maybe October, November-ish of last year. Maybe November. So now when they tell me that it's coming out towards the end of this year, I'm like, oh yeah, that's okay. As long as it comes out like not at the very end of this year. I'd love to play it sooner rather than later. It also begs the question on when they're actually going to release Pokemon Champions as well. Because they didn't put any date out for that. At least I know for that one, they say that it's the first look. So I'm wondering if they're going to make their Pokemon Champions their 30th anniversary thing. Ooh. That's an idea. I think that'd be a pretty decent idea. It's like a Pokemon Champions as their 30th anniversary release. Because I'm really like trying to think of what can be super special that they release it on their 30th anniversary. Because Legends ZA is already coming out this year. So, unless they decide to, like, bring in a whole nother video game that they're working on, I'm not too sure. And I can't imagine that they're not going to do anything for their 30th anniversary. Because, I mean, come on, it's 30th anniversary. I think that would be the funniest thing. It's like, oh yes, it's the 30th anniversary year, and Z-A is coming out close to the end of 2025. We're gonna push it back so that it comes out during the 30th anniversary year. I think that'd be kind of funny, but it'd also be like kind of sad if they actually did that. I doubt that they're gonna do that, but chances are never zero. That could be. Could be, could be, could be, could be, could be. I don't know. It's nice. It feels nice, like, speculating what Pokemon might do. Just keeps the brain flowing. And it's also like, it feels Pokemon's in a healthy place where it's like, you know, they're not just releasing bad games and just expecting everybody to buy them, you know? Despite what everybody says about Pokemon and some of the Pokemon that they release and make and such like that, I still think that they're doing a fantastic job, and it always keeps me hooked. Especially all the events that they have for Pokemon Go Home. It's like bringing people back to playing those games. At least it's bringing me back to playing the games, because now it's like I have something to do with... I have something that is actually kind of useful for getting the living decks. Considering I've never done it previously. Remind me, let me look at my Pokemon Home. I definitely have a lot of Pokemon I need to clear through. I feel like, I almost want to do it on Thursday, actually. Maybe, I'm almost wanting to think of spending time for stream. Maybe... it makes it hard for me to want to do it over the weekend, because I do want to play other games than Pokemon. Like Monster Hunter Wilds. But maybe... we're already... I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna have to put a lot more thought into it if I want to do it or not. 'Cause I feel like, at least for catching all like the Living Dex Pokemon, I can just do that at my own time. Yeah, maybe I'll just leave that to offline. I don't know, especially since we've been hunting Lunala for the past, what, month or so? Let's see. Go to videos. February 10th, almost a month. Yeah, we've been trying our hardest looking for shiny Lunala. Well, I would say hardest, but I mean like 3 hours every week, or 6 hours every week, and it's not that hard. Oh, great. Ah, so many bots. Yes. Eat the citrus berry. Please don't get aggressive, Joyce. Oh, it's getting aggressive. Oh, I was gonna get aggressive anyway. Alright, I'm gonna need to use the bathroom after this hunt. So hopefully we can finish it within this next turn. Back in Dynamax, Shadow Ball. Super effective, good damage. Let's see it. Please don't knock me out, Lunala. I will be upset. It's crazy. I also want to figure out what stuff I still need to edit and release. As especially like with the TCD and find it hard to find products. I do have a lot of stuff on pre-order, which is very good that I'm able to find some things at like not scalper pricing. But those aren't going to come until like super late. Ooh, we killed it. Let's go. Alright, I'm going to catch it, I'm going to show it, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom. Before I absolutely just... Hold on, Arceus load. I can probably even see an Arceus before we go to the bathroom. Show me. Arceus, not a shiny. Hylisand, not a shiny. Mugus, no. Raichu, no. Lunala, no. I want Hylisand. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Give me 1 second. pile of sand. Which, okay. So, I honestly might end stream early today because I want to play Monster Hunter Wild. So, I might just do a couple more hunts. We'll see how things go. I'll probably do. Probably still do the same hours. Ooh, what's that? What is that dark type down there? Show me what that is. Oh, it's a purloin. Okay. Purloin and DD into. Is that a Crawdot? Looks like it. Sure. Hit all the dark types. I don't know. We'll see. I almost want to say the hardest part is that this is all just monotonous things. Oh. Dragon stuff. I guess really the only thing I'm looking forward to with the new games is that there's going to be a change in what I want to play. Oops. I don't know. It also makes it harder that there's not too many things that I want to do. Because as much as I'd love to play TCG, the client is not very friendly to play with. Like, the best I can do is just, like, will feel my physical cards and be theoretical on what can work, what I may want to do with this. Be hypothetical. If as do Christmas four. Honestly, I'm kind of happy about this. Touch. We want to take the purloin, or I'll probably take the. What's everybody's HP at? I want someone else to take it. I'm wondering if at some point I should take a break from this and do whatever shiny outbreaks, because I know that at least we have new shiny outbreaks in Scarlet Violet. I don't remember what Pokemon they had for those though. That's the only issue. I'm hoping that we find our first shiny today. And by today I mean right now, because I wanna count mods. I wanna play Mod Runner. At this point, I might start trying to bring in a second game. I think maybe that's what I'll do. Because we're not getting anywhere. I think I'm going to start trying to bring in the second copy. Although I will say I don't know where to put it. I definitely don't know where to put it. We'll figure it out though. Maybe by not Thursday, because that's not too short notice to try and do that, but I'm thinking I'll need to buy the DLC on my secondary game. Yes. I would need to buy it. Shield. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's not very effective as he one-shots me. Kind of offensive from the game. Yeah, the more that I think about other people when they do these hunts, it's like they have 4 games going at once. Maybe that's okay. I've set up in my brain. Just have 1 game above, 1 game below. I'm almost thinking it'd probably be easier to next week. Yeah. Next week I will get the other. Oh wait, I don't have another Switch to implement. It's on. The thought just occurred to me is like, even if I try to do this, I don't have a third Switch to do this with, let alone a third capture card. I guess once we catch Arceus, then we'll bring in the secondary Switch. I don't want to have to buy a new Switch and a new capture card. That's quite a bit of money that I do not have. Someone else to take that. Okay, it's just Peonia, just taking all the stuff. But I think what I'll do is not before Thursday, but probably before this weekend. No, probably during this weekend. I'm gonna count how many Dynamax adventures I've done, as well as count how many Arceus resets I've done. So that way I can know what number I'm on. So far the Arceus is any shiny. I don't know how many lives I have either. I haven't been paying attention. Oh, we're doing quite a bit of damage, so that's nice. Oh my god, just one-shotted Crawdon. Oh my gosh, he's killing everybody. I have one more life left. Oh, jeeps. Oh, we got Dynamax. I'm gonna just one-shot the rest of his HP right now. Just one-shot the rate. Just one-shot the rest of his HP. Ah! Nope. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Gosh, we're already at 39. Luxury Ball's about to be 38. Alright, surely we get our first shiny. Surely. Leopard. I don't think. Leopard sure looks kind of sick, no? Also sick delivery. Indeedee? No. Crawdon? No. Lunala? Oh! Oh my god! Oh, we actually got our first shiny! Oh my god, after almost a month! We finally got shiny Lunala! Can I also get shiny Arceus? No, that'd be too lucky. That'd be too greedy. Okay. Hang on. Oh my god, what is... Take the Lunala. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, it looks so good. I need to save. I need to save. Hang on. I'm going to make the scene full. There's no way. There's no way. Where is it? Where are you? Oh my god. Bro. How do I, oh, you need to talk to somebody to get them to follow. Oh no, I already did. Oh. Bro, that looks so sick. Oh, this is the first shiny that we ever got in Dynamax Adventures. I haven't even gotten a regular Pokemon in Dynamax Adventure shiny. Oh my god, well, I can be fine ending stream there, honestly. I'm gonna fight this Snorlax just because I can. Regular Snorlax. Shiny Lunala. Oh, that would be so cool. Okay. I guess fighting regular Snorlax. Bro! That looks so cool. Did I turn the camera? Oh my god, look at him. Now we're looking at me. Look at him. Honestly, first shiny in Dynamax Adventures, that's pretty freaking sweet. Not gonna lie. That is really freaking sweet. Okay. Well, then I guess I guess Thursday we're gonna hunt for something else. Man, that's got to be like, I think it's still less than 100 Dynamax Adventures, but this thing looks so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at him. Alright. I'm gonna save again. I'll do one last Arceus encounter. Man, we're gonna... Ay. Holy. Okay. I'm gonna save out. I'm just gonna leave it outside, honestly. Now we just need to find Shiny Solgaleo. Ah! Shiny Solgaleo. No Arceus. Okay. Well, honestly, I'm actually might just end stream here. We got our target. The Shiny Lunala. The first Shiny Dynamax Adventure Pokemon we ever found. Just so happens to be the Legendary. That's insane. So I guess on Thursday, I'm either going to do one of the two routes, or I'm going to try and find another, or maybe we'll find another route and see which legendary it is. That way I can save that line. But yeah, even though it was kind of short today, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and we'll probably be doing more Dynamax Adventures on Thursday. Now I'm a little bit more hopeful, but it's probably, maybe it'll be another month or so till we get another one, but that's okay. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Have a great